Bonjour, Mishko Paganan Quain Adishnakas Mangdodam. Hi, everybody. My name is Sandy Boucher. I'm Red Thunderbolt Woman of the Loon Clan, a proud member of Seine River First Nation in Northern Ontario, and I am here this week with the second of the 52 steps to reconciliation. Now, I'd be willing to bet if you're on this email list, there's a chance that you're asking, what can I do? I want to be part of positive change, but I'm not sure what I can do. Well, what I'm going to tell you is in the beginning of this journey and these first few steps, all I want you to do is consider the information I share with you. This is not yet an action stage. We need to make sure you have the information, that we've laid the groundwork before you do anything else. So know that you're part of the process just by listening to these videos and contemplating the information. Now, if you want more information, then you need to head over to my website, sandyboucher.com, and consider either buying the book, The Path, which, by the way, easy read. I know many people that read it in one day, but went back to it 22 times because it quickly becomes a resource document. So either consider purchasing Buying the Path, and you can buy it in print version. I have a copy here somewhere at my desk. Yes, I do. Not a huge read. Consider buying the book. You can buy it in download version if you prefer it that way. The other option is to take the video course, The Path, which is a replica of my full day seminar. And that's another thing you could do. Sign up quarterly. I offer The Path as an online webinar. So those are background information. But if you don't want to do any of that, just continue watching these weekly videos and contemplate them as I suggested. Now, for this week, I have two incredibly important questions to ask you. Simon Sinek came out with an amazingly popular book. It starts with why. My elder always reminds me, what is your intent? And once you get in the habit of answering that question, it makes every other question so much easier. What is my intent? Is this action or this course of information going to help me achieve that intent? If it is, yes. If it doesn't, then you shouldn't be doing it. You're going to miss out on your own intent. So what I'm asking you this week is, what is your intent? Why do you want to be part of reconciliation? Now, for me, it's super easy. I am Indigenous. I know how challenging it can be to be an Indigenous woman in this country. And honestly, I don't want my daughter or my granddaughter to suffer that. I don't want my granddaughter to be doing this work 40 years from now. I want it to be resolved. I want this country to be an amazing place for everybody, including the original peoples. That's my intent. That's my why. And that means that at the end of every seminar or at the end of every video, I'm ready to do the next one, because until we achieve that, I have work to do, along with many other people. So that's my why. That's my intent. But what is yours? And is it strong enough to keep you going when the going gets tough? Because remember, if reconciliation is easy or convenient, it isn't reconciliation at all. That's the first question. The second question is, what is reconciliation to you? When you hear that word, when it relates to Canada and the Indigenous people, what does it mean to you? You may meet many Indigenous people that say reconciliation isn't even the right word, because that implies that we once had a great relationship and we're trying to get back to that, and we never had a great relationship. Now, for me personally, that's not how I look at reconciliation. Anyone who's followed my journey knows I'm a 10-year domestic abuse survivor. At one point in time, I had to reconcile with my ex-husband to the extent of how we were going to co-parent our children now that we were living apart, separated, and divorced. It was still a reconciliation, even if the relationship was never a good one. So that's my argument on that case. What I believe reconciliation will be is a million conversations. It's going to be thousands and thousands of questions. It's going to be mistakes. It's going to be hurt feelings and having that embarrassment of saying something you shouldn't and getting really good at apologizing. It's not going to be, like I said previously, one act of legislation or a check, because that doesn't heal the wound. And I'm not saying there shouldn't be financial compensation in several key areas. We can talk about that later, but that's not going to fix this. True reconciliation is two groups coming to understand each other, forming a relationship that works for both parties. And that's going to take some time, maybe even a million conversations. So, what is your intent and what is reconciliation to you? This is your opinion, by the way, so there is no wrong answer, but that's what I want you contemplating until we get together again to discuss step 3. I hope that helped. It probably confused you, but welcome to the reconciliation journey. Remember, you're not alone. We're going to get through this together. Until next week, I love you. Take care. Bye bye.